y'all doing today? I'm gonna tell you about that Black Friday shopping. Oh my God. You know, I blowed out my knee a couple of days ago. Can't hardly walk, but Debbie wanted me to take her to the mall for Black Friday. So we go to the mall for Black Friday. And I told her, I said, you go do all the shopping you want. I'm gonna sit on this bench right here. So I sat down on the bench and she wandered off, and I sat there and kind of crossed my arms over and get me a little snap, you know, while she's doing all that. I can sleep through any kind of noise. And anyway, this uppity-doo feller come over and sat down next to me. And he said, taking a nap? You know, one of those guys that over-pronunciate everything. And I said, well, I'm trying to. And he just kept on talking and kept on talking. He said, I need to find something past time. My wife's out there shopping, you know. And I said, yeah, I'm trying to take a nap past time. But he kept on. And then he finally said, let's play a game. I said, I don't want to play a game. I want to take a nap. And he said, well, we'll play this game. He said, I'll ask you a question, then you ask me a question. He said, if you can't answer the question that I ask you, you give me $5. And you ask me a question, and if I can't answer it, I'll give you $5. I said, no, sir, I'd rather take a nap. Well, he kept on about this game. And then he finally says, look, he says, you ask me a question, and if I can't answer it, I'll give you $500. I'll ask you a question, if you can't answer it, you only give me $5. And I said, oh my God, okay. So he looks at me, he says, I'll go first. He says, how many miles is it from the Earth's surface to the moon's surface? Well, I just reached in my pocket and handed him $5. He said, okay, it's your turn. And I said, okay. I said, what goes up a hill with 3 legs and comes back down the hill on 4 legs? Well, he looked at me kind of funny. He sat there for a minute and he pulled out his little tablet and he connected to the internet and he did searches on it. And meantime, I was sitting over there taking me a nap. He even went so far as to email his buddies and everybody in his contact list on Facebook and all that kind of stuff, asking them what goes up the hill on 3 legs and comes down on 4. So finally, after about an hour and a half, he nudged me over and he says, I ain't got a clue. And he gave me $500. And I took that $500 and I stuck it in my pocket and I crossed my arms, laid my head back. And he said, well, wait a minute. He said, what's the answer? And I looked at him with one eyebrow raised up, reached in my pocket and gave him $5.